everyone, and welcome to BizTalk, the podcast where we break down of business through honest conversation and practical insight. I'm your host Lentika, and today's episode all about something that every entrepreneur, every professional, and every business student needs to understand how to describe yourself, your brand, and your products in a way that actually connects with people. Joining me today are two amazing guests. First, Yudhanta, a young entrepreneur who built his online fashion business from scratch at the age of 20 and has grown it into a brand with thousands of loyal customers.
Hi Lentika, super excited to be here. This topic is literally me, so I have a lot to share today.
Love that energy. And our second guest is Ella, a digital marketing consultant who has helped dozens of small and medium businesses build their brand identity and market their products online.
Thank you for having me, Lentika. I'm really passionate about helping businesses find their voice, and today I hope we can help some of our viewers to do the same.
Okay, perfect. Alright, let's get into it. I want to start with something that sounds simple but it's actually quite challenging. Introducing yourself professionally in a business context. Yudhanta, when you first start your business, and how did you introduce yourself and your brand to people?
Honestly, this was one of the hardest part for me. At the beginning, I didn't know how to present myself confidently. I used to say things like, I sell clothes online, very flat, very uninspiring. But then I realized in business, how you introduce yourself is essentially your first marketing move. So I work on that, on what people call an elevator pitch, a short, clear, and compelling introduction of who you are and what you do. Now I say, my name is Yudhanta. I'm the founder of Yudhanta Wear, a Bali-based fashion brand that creates sustainable and affordable streetwear for young professionals who want to look good without harming the environment. See the difference? It's specific. It tells people who I serve, and it already communicates my values.
Wow, that's so much powerful, Ella. From a consulting perspective, why is self-introduction so important in business?
It's everything, Lentika. In business, you are your brand, especially if you're an entrepreneur or freelancer. The way you introduce yourself tells people, can I trust this person? Do they know what they're doing? And are they someone I want to work with? A strong business introduction includes three things: your name and role, what you offer, and who do you serve. For example, I introduce myself as I'm Ella, a digital marketing consultant, helping small businesses in Bali to grow their online presence and attract more customers through social media and content strategy. Every word is intentional. Every word is doing its job.
So it's not just about being polite, it's about being strategic with your words from the very first sentence. Okay, now let's talk about inspiration. In business, we often look up to successful figures to learn from their journey, Yudhanta. Is there a business figure who has really influenced the way you run your business?
Absolutely, and my answer might surprise everyone. My biggest inspiration is Sandiaga Uno, not just because of his financial success, but because of how he communicates about business. He always described business opportunities in terms of the problem they solve for people, not just the money they make. He say things like entrepreneurship is about creating value, not just profit. That philosophy completely changed how I think about marketing my products. I stopped asking how do I sell more and started asking how do I help more people. And paradoxically, sales went up.
That's such a powerful mindset shift. Ella, who's your business inspiration?
Mine is Nadim Makarim, the founder of Gojek, What I admire most about him is how he described his business. He described his business vision in a way that everyone could understand. He didn't say, "I'm building a ride-hailing app." He said, "I'm solving the object problems that millions of Indonesians face every day." He spoke in the language of his customers, not the language of the investors or tech people. That's a masterclass in business communication. And as a marketing consultant, I teach my client to do exactly that, to describe your product or service in terms of the customer's reality, not your business jargon.
Can you describe it in the customer language? That's such a golden rule for marketing. Okay, now let's shift to something very current: online business. Well, we are living in the digital era, and online businesses has become a major part of the economy. But it's not all sunshine and rainbows, right? I want to hear honest opinions. What do you like and dislike about running or dealing with online businesses? Denta, let's start with you.
Oh, I have a strong feeling about this. What I love about online business is the accessibility. 5 years ago, to start a clothing brand, you need a physical store, significant capital, and years of building local reputation. Today, I can open an Instagram shop, list my product on Tokopedia and Shopee, and reach customer from Sabang to Merauke, all from my laptop. I also love the data. Online platform give you incredible insight. You can see exactly which product people will view most, where your customer come from, and what time they most active. This data help me make smarter business decision. What I dislike, and this is a big one, is the trust issue. Customer can physically touch or try the product, so building trust online takes so much more effort. You need professional photo, detailed description, honest review, and responsive customer service. One bad review can seriously damage your reputation.
Trust is such critical factor. Ella, what are your likes and dislikes?
From a marketing perspective, what I absolutely love most about online businesses is the cost efficiency. You can run targeted advertisement on Instagram for like 50,000 rupiah and reach thousands of potential customers. Compare that to traditional advertising, a billboard or a TV commercial. The cost is incomparable. I also love how online business levels the playing field. A small home-based business in Denpasar can compete a big brand in Jakarta if they have good content, good product, and a good digital strategy. What I dislike is the oversaturation, because the barrier to entry is so low. Everyone is selling online. The competition is incredibly fierce. I've seen really good products fail because they couldn't cut through the noise. That's why marketing strategy is more important than ever. It's not enough to just have good product. You need to know how to communicate its value.
Oh, I see. So the product is the foundation, but marketing is the amplifier. Yeah.
Perfectly said, Lentika. You can amplify something that doesn't exist, but even the best products stay invisible without good marketing.
Okay, this brings us to what I think is the heart of today's conversation. How do you describe your products and service in a way that makes people want to buy? Ella, this is your specialty. Walk us through it.
This is what I'm most passionate about. A lot of business owners make the mistake of describing their product by listing its features. This bag is made of genuine leather, it has 3 compartments, and it measures by 30 by 20 centimeters. That's fine, but features alone don't sell. What sells is benefit, how the product improves the customer's life. So instead of saying this bag has 3 compartments, try to say this bag keeps your work life organized, your laptop, documents, and daily essentials, all in their own dedicated space. So you never have to dig around and rush. See how that paints a picture? It speaks to a feeling of frustration of a disorganized bags and positions the product as the solution. The framework I teach my client is FAB, stands for Features, Advantage, and Benefits. Describes the feature, explain its advantage, and then connect it to real benefit for the customer.
FAB features, advantage, benefits. That's incredible practical. Yudhanta, how do you apply this when you're marketing your clothing products?
FAB is exactly what I use. Even before I knew the term, let me give you a real example from my brand. One of our best-selling product is an oversized cotton shirt. Instead of describing is it just an oversized shirt in cotton materials, here's how we write it our product description. Crafted from 100% premium combat cotton, feature our Yudhanta wear oversized shirt is lightweight and breathable, keeping you comfortable in Bali tropical heat. Advantage, so you can go from your morning meeting to casual dinner without ever feeling stuffy or overdressed. Benefit, we also use a sensory language word that help people feel the product even through screen. Words like soft, breathable, lightweight, smooth, because when people can imagine the sensation, they much more likely to buy.
I want to add one more element: storytelling. The most powerful product description tells a story. Not just here's what the product is, but here's the problem it solves, here's who it's for, and here's the transformation it makes. Humans are wired through stories. A story creates emotional connection, and emotional connection drives purchasing decisions far more than logic does.
Sensory language. That's such a smart technique for selling where customers can physically touch the product. So we've covered how to describe beautifully, but description is just one piece of the puzzle, right? How do you actually market those products online? What platforms and strategies work best?
Great question. My top 3 recommendations for small businesses are: first, Instagram and TikTok for awareness. These platforms are visual and highly engaging. Use short videos to show your product in action, not just static photos. Reels and TikToks that shows the before and after or how it works. Get massive organic reach without spending a single rupiah. Then second, Shopee and Tokopedia for sales conversion. This marketplace already have millions of buyers ready to purchase. Make sure your product's listings are optimized, great photos, detailed description using FAB Framework, competitive pricing, and plenty of reviews. Third, WhatsApp businesses for relationship building. This is underrated. Create a broadcast listing of your existing customers, send them exclusive offers, new arrivals, and personalized messages. Repeat customers are most valuable asset. They're cheaper to retain than new customers are to acquire.
Okay, we have such a rich conversation today, from how to introduce yourself professionally in business, to learning from famous business figures, to the honest pros and cons of online businesses, to how to describe and market your products with impact. Any final words of wisdom for our listeners, especially students who are just beginning their business journey?
Start before you feel ready. You will never feel 100% prepared. The best way to learn business is to do business, make mistakes, learn fast, and keep going. Your first product description won't be perfect, but it'll be better than the one you never wrote.
And remember, in business, communication is everything. How you introduce yourself, how you describe your product, and how you respond to customer feedback with every word. Every word matters. Invest in developing your business communication skills, because that is what will you set apart in crowded market.
Incredible! Thank you so much, Yudhanta and Ella. You've given so much to think about and act on today.
You're welcome, Lentika. I'm very glad to be here and sharing my experience to the audience, and yeah.
You're welcome, Lentika. It's such an honor for me to inspire your viewers.
And to everyone listening, thank you for being part to BizTalk. If today's episode added value to your life, please give us a like, share, and leave a comment telling us your biggest takeaway. And share this with a friend who's building their business dream. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep doing business the right way. See you next episode.